If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. So this morning I woke up to a very loud noise and flashing lights. The camper was rocking back and forth. Something had hit the camper. I was terrified. Now imagine waking up to this noise and this rocking and not understanding what's going on. I immediately looked out the window and it was a snow truck. I mean, I knew it was snowing and I knew I was parked on the side of the road and I knew there was a potential of that happening, but waking up to it was quite the shock to the system. Anyway, so I went ahead and got out of bed. They've been predicting something like 18 inches of snow, 15, 16, 18 inches of snow, something like that. And so I've been a little concerned. I am hooked up at Mom's, and I want to go through why that is important, much more so than being out in the National Forest. But I'm going to take you outside so you can see all this. So the first thing I had to do was I had to get the door open. It pushes outwards, and of course all that snow being on the tailgate, I mean, I really had to push. So once I got the door open, you know, I had to sweep the tailgate. Now, I have a step stool right here, and it's buried. So that's how much snow we got. Now, I recognize that the snowplow buried that a little bit. The other thing I had prepared for was, you can see it's still snowing, was the roof of the camper. I knew that there's just no way the roof of the camper can hold that much weight. It's built with 2x2s. And anyway, all I had to do was use Mom's ladder. I used Mom's ladder, climbed up there, and used the broom, just push the snow off. And I'll do that. Now, it's still supposed to snow most of the day today. I'm not going to do any shoveling to get myself out, but it's pretty buried. I'm going to show you how much snow we got, and so far I got a tape measure here. All right, so I'm going to do it on the top of my hood. We're both going to learn how much snow we've gotten at the same time. Here we go. It says 10 inches. So, and it's supposed to snow all day. It's supposed to snow till midnight. But I'm not going anywhere for a few days. It's just not possible. I'm going to show you the side of the truck. I'm going to walk out on the road here. So they threw the snow up against the truck this morning, and it really shook it. Anyway, I'm really glad, and I said this before, that I never thought I would actually stay in the forest when a serious snow condition developed. We did stay in November. We stayed in snowy conditions in the forest, but it was like 2 inches of snow, and it was supposed to warm up the next day like 50 degrees. So that was not a serious problem. I had no problems doing that. You know, just prepare yourself, be ready to be out there for several days. The truck's not four-wheel drive, but I don't think I would drive in this anyways in a four-wheel drive. That would be tough to get out, I think. But the camper held up like a champ. Didn't even notice, slept like a baby last night. But being out in the forest, I want to get back to being out in the forest, I think would be a mistake. It's going to take days for this to melt, maybe weeks for this to melt on its own. They're not going to come out and shovel it. A lot of the conservation areas in the state of Missouri closed down anyways, so I wouldn't be able to get into conservation areas, which is where I most likely would like to stay if not. Now, the other thing is you have to worry about branches falling out on you in the National Forest. You're going to run out of food if you get stuck out there more than 2 weeks, water. And so then what you're going to end up doing is being a survivalist. And I've never claimed to be a survivalist. A lot of people like to try to connect nomadic lifestyle to a survivalist lifestyle. I think I'm in better shape than most people if a survivalist situation had to come up. I'm not dependent on being plugged into the grid quite as much as everybody else. You know, people say, oh, you need to get solar panels in case you need to survive out here. Well, solar panels wouldn't do me any good today. I'd be constantly trying to clean them off. They plowed this at 6 o'clock this morning. It's 8:30 now, so it's 2 hours. And, you know, it's already got a sheet of ice or sheet of snow on it. So what that means is I'd be out every 10 seconds trying to get solar. Of course, I got the generator. The generator I can run for 4 weeks with my 2 5-gallon jugs of gas. So 10 gallons of gas is what I carry. That gives me 4 weeks, assuming the generator doesn't die. I can charge the batteries with the truck also, but that uses a lot more gas. You know, you use a gallon of gas running a truck about every 45 minutes. I use a gallon of gas in the generator every 9 hours. So a huge difference there. But food would be the most difficult thing. So I'm glad to be in town. This is where I should be. And I'm going to treat this like any other storm event. I think in being a nomad, you need to worry about serious weather conditions, tornadoes, hurricanes. I think this is the same situation. You don't need to be out there living in the forest in a snow condition. Now, I know everybody's going to say, that's why you need to be in the desert. I get it every time when I make a video about weather conditions in Missouri. Every time. Somebody's having fun on their ATV. But the problem is there is this misconception that you can be anywhere you want to be as a nomad. Life sometimes just gets in the way. People are going to say, well, you chose to stay in Missouri because, you know, we have a family member that's sick. Okay, we chose to be in Missouri, but that doesn't change the fact that we have to be in Missouri. It's a choice. I'm not going to choose to go to the desert. So when you become a nomad, you're going to make choices. Sick family member or the desert. If you get into a situation where you have to deal with a snow event this bad, get yourself into a city. Even if it's just a parking lot, you know, Walmart parking lot. I'm not a big advocate of anybody staying in a Walmart parking lot, but if you go in a Walmart parking lot in a snow event like this, you know, and you tell the Walmart manager, or even a city park, and you tell them, look, I was out on the road and it was just safer for me to stop and wait for this to end. So then you can get back to, they're gonna let you stay. They're not gonna have any qualms about it. Make sure you keep your trash picked up. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.